What's going on, combat sports fans? We have an exciting fight lined up for UFC 208 with Dustin Poirier versus Jim Miller. This prediction and preview video here. I am Crazy Joe. We got Big Dog Jimmy and Creepy Zeke back there. If you're new to the channel, make sure to punch that subscribe button into submission down below and punch the bell as well to be notified when new videos are uploaded here at Joe's Commentary and Predictions. Now let's get right into the prediction, and then we'll get into some preview information on this awesome fight lined up at UFC 208 between Dustin Poirier, the Diamond, and Jim Miller. So I am going to be going with Dustin Poirier to win it by KO TKO in the second round over Jim Miller. It is possible he could finish off Jim Miller in the first round, but I think he's going to end up, it's going to go into the second round, and after making adjustments in between rounds, he's going to end up taking out Jim Miller with a vicious KO or TKO. Most likely it'll be a TKO stoppage by the ref because Jim Miller's very hard to knock out. It has happened before in his career. He's been knocked out. He's been knocked out once before in his career. It's been a while, though, since then, and the man who did it was Donald Cerrone. I think Dustin Poirier has what it takes to do that to Jim Miller, and it's going to be really fun. Big Dog Jimmy, he is going with Jim Miller to win it by submission over Dustin Poirier. He thinks Jim Miller will pick up what I believe will be his 15th submission victory over Dustin Poirier. So Big Dog Jimmy thinks we're going to see a crazy submission by Jim Miller over Dustin Poirier, but I don't think that Jim Miller will be able to get in position and be able to hold on to Jim Miller on to Dustin Poirier for a submission. Creepy Zeke, though, he thinks it's going to be the opposite. He thinks that Dustin Poirier is going to win it by submission over Jim Miller. Dustin Poirier is known for his KO TKO power and his submission game as well. It is possible this could go to a decision because of how tough and badass these guys are and how the veterans in the game in combat sports, but I feel that we're going to see something spectacular and an epic finish in this fight with the power of Dustin Poirier. I was actually shocked when he lost his last fight. That was, I thought, quite the upset in my opinion when Michael Johnson knocked him out, but it was just crazy. Someday I'd like to see a rematch with the two of them, but that'd be down the road. Anyways, let us know down in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me with Dustin Poirier getting the KO TKO knockout victory over Jim Miller? Do you think Big Dog Jimmy's right with a submission victory for Jim Miller over Dustin Poirier? Or do you think Creepy Zeke is right with Dustin getting a submission over Jim? Let us know down in the comment section who you agree with, me, Big Dog Jimmy, or Creepy Zeke. Let us know. So it's going to be really fun watching these two guys fight at UFC 208. I'm really looking forward to it. Dustin has got 20 wins and 5 losses. He's ranked number 10 right now in the lightweight division. Jim Miller isn't ranked in the top 15 right now on UFC's website, that is. He's got 29 victories and 8 losses with 1 no contest. So Big Dog Jimmy thinks that Jim Miller's going to pick up his 30th victory over Dustin Poirier, but I don't see the Diamond losing this one. This is a huge fight for both guys. I really have a strong feeling about Dustin in this fight. I do like Jim Miller. He is a badass dude. He's always awesome to watch fight. Win or lose or decision, it's always awesome to watch him fight. But he's got 4 wins by KO TKO, 14 by submission, 10 by decision. It says he's lost 1 time by KO TKO, 2 by submission, 5 times by way of the judge's decision. So he is on a 3-fight win streak right now that started at UFC 200 with TKO victory in the first round over Takanori Gomi at UFC 200. Joe Lazan, he beat him by split decision at UFC on Fox 21, which I thought was bullshit. I thought Joe Lazan won that one, to be honest. And then he beat Diego Alves at UFC 205 by unanimous decision, which I agreed with that one from what I recall. He lost to Diego Sanchez by unanimous decision at UFC 196. Michael Chessie got him with a rear naked choke in the second round when they fought. He beat Danny Castillo. Benal Dariush beat him by unanimous decision. Donald Cerrone beat him with got him with that beautiful KO head kick at UFC Fight Night 45 back in 2014. Jim Miller's been with the UFC for a very long time. His UFC debut was back in 2008 at UFC 89. Bisping versus Lieben in the main event, and he won by a rear naked choke in that fight over David Baron. I mean, he's had quite the career. He's got multiple submissions to all kinds of different ways of winning. The guy is nasty. Then we go over to Dustin Poirier. He has got 10 wins by KO, TKO, 6 by submission, 4 by decision. It says 5 losses, 2 by KO, TKO, 1 by submission, 2 by decision. I forgot earlier to go over the reach, which is basically identical to leg reach, is 40 inches, and then Dustin has the advantage of 1 inch reach at 72 over 71, and then for these guys, Jim Miller's 33 at 5'8", and Dustin is 28 at 5'9". So back to Dustin. He's just lost, coming off of a loss, so he definitely wants to win. Everyone always wants to win no matter what, but he's coming off of a crazy KO of Michael Johnson in the first round of UFC Fight Night 94 when they main evented it. And then before that, he was on a 4-fight win streak with a KO when he moved up to lightweight after suffering a TKO loss to Conor McGregor at UFC 178 in the first round. He came back and he went to the lightweight division and got a KO in the first round over Carlos Diego Ferreira at UFC Fight Night 63. Then at UFC Fight Night 68, he beat Yancy Medeiros by TKO in the first round. He went the distance to a decision over Joe Duffy in the third round, which I actually thought Joe Duffy won that fight, to be honest. And then he beat Bobby Green with a KO in the first round over Bobby Green at UFC 199. And the dude he's got crazy power in those hands. If he connects right, he'll crack you and knock you out. He does have a victory over Max Holloway UFC Fight Night UFC 143. By triangle armbar, which is crazy. And he's got bar choke in there. He's got he's got quite the submission game as well. So it'd be very fun to watch this one. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on this fight down below in the comment section, and make sure to slap the like button down below if you enjoyed this video. Punch the subscribe button over here into submission, and peep any of the videos around here if they look interesting to you. Thanks for watching. Share the video with your family and friends if you want. That'd be awesome. And it looks like my mouse died. There now. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.